Hey flower friends, I hope you guys are doing good today. So today I am in my sunflower field. I wanted to talk to you guys about the harvest stage of sunflowers so you guys can grow them and get the longest vase life. So when I was a younger cut flower grower, my first year, I didn't know that there was a difference in good cut flower sunflowers and then other sunflowers. I love to tell the story of I made my aunt this beautiful sunflower arrangement and I put it in her room on this white tablecloth, and I went in the next day to change the water and there was all this yellow pollen on the white tablecloth, and I was just a bit mortified. I'm like, that's not the way this is supposed to go. And then I learned that there are pollenless varieties of sunflowers that make better cut flowers. These particular varieties right here are the Pro Cut series. It's a pretty popular series to grow. This is Pro Cut Orange, this is Pro Cut White Knight, and these particular sunflowers do not drop pollen, so they make great cut sunflowers. So there's actually a proper harvest stage though of sunflowers, and it is not wide open like this one right here. It is actually like this one right here. Do you see how this first little petal is starting to unfurl? This is actually the perfect stage to take your sunflowers out of your garden and bring them inside of your house. Now, if they end up slightly open like this, it's totally fine too. But the longer that they stay open like this, the more of a chance bugs get to them and the bees start pollinating them. And well, that makes the flowers not last quite as long in your vase. So, wanted to share that with you guys. Let's go make a super quick sunflower arrangement. So I'm back this afternoon. I have let the sunflowers that we cut together this morning rest in some water for a couple hours now. So I'm ready to make a nice vase arrangement with them. And so I've got the sunflowers and I have a few other flowers here that I'm gonna put with it. But if you just do a bouquet of just sunflowers in here, it will be just as gorgeous. So what I'm gonna start with is, I actually really like to make the bouquets in my hand and then I stick them in my vase arrangement. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And I'm gonna start off with my sunflowers because they're kind of my big focal flower. And then I'm gonna add a nice airy spike in here. This is Veronica. So we're gonna add this. And as a filler flower, I actually have phlox, and this takes up a lot of room in our arrangement, which will be very nice, make it look very full. It's always the goal. So I'm gonna add some status, gonna add some yarrow, and going to add some straw flower. I do have some foliage to add in here as well. I have some Baptisia foliage. Look how gorgeous this is. So we're gonna put a little Baptisia foliage with all this. Make sure I set the sunflowers just a little higher because there are focal pop in here. Taking note if I have any leaves down below because we don't want any leaves in our water. All right, so I have my finished bouquet in my hand. I haven't cut any of the stems yet, so now I'm gonna cut it down. So I'm gonna have it sit right about there. So I know that I need to cut the stems pretty short, right about here. And sometimes I do this more than once. Sometimes I stick it in and I'm like, oh, yep, we need to go a little bit lower. Okay. All right. I like the way that's sitting, and I do a little zhuzhing, fluffing it out. All right, very nice. So now we have our sunflower arrangement. So you you guys in the next video.